It would have to be tattoos. Some animals. My wife's name.
Bruce Willis, once Hollywood's toughest hero, now faces the most personal battle of his life. On August 15, 2025, he moved into a specialized care home, his family paying over $200,000 a year to ensure his safety. At 69, the man who once filled movie screens with swagger and grit can no longer speak. His wife, Emma Hemming Willis, later admitted she'd thought he was simply pulling away, never realizing dementia was already stealing him, piece by piece. What's most heartbreaking is that Bruce's decline didn't come suddenly. It crept in quietly, taking his voice, his memory, and finally the presence that once commanded the world. Today, his family gathers around him not to hear words, but to feel moments of laughter or a flicker of recognition, fragments of the hero they once knew. A childhood between two worlds. Bruce Willis was born on March 19, 1955, in Idar Oberstein, West Germany, to an American soldier and a German mother. His early life unfolded between two cultures still haunted by the aftermath of war. When he was 2, his family left Europe for the working-class neighborhoods of New Jersey. Money was scarce, and Bruce often felt out of place. His world grew smaller when at 6, he developed a painful stutter that turned speaking into daily torture. Classmates mocked him with cruel nicknames. The silence that followed taught him to listen, observe, and express emotion without words, skills that would later define his screen presence. But at the time, it only deepened his loneliness. No one could have guessed that the shy boy who could barely speak would one day captivate millions with his voice. Finding his voice on stage. By high school, Bruce's stutter still shadowed him, but everything changed when he joined the drama club. The moment he stepped on stage, something magical happened. His words flowed freely. Acting unlocked his confidence and gave him control over his voice for the first time. He realized that pretending to be someone else made it easier to express himself. That discovery set his life in motion. After graduation, he studied theater at Montclair State University, but soon dropped out to chase bigger dreams in New York. Bartending kept him afloat, and he treated every shift like a performance, entertaining customers and building charisma. Those years of struggle, rejections, low-pay gigs, and tiny off-Broadway roles forged his resilience. By transforming pain into humor, Bruce found the courage to stand in front of the world and be seen. From bartender to breakout star. In 1985, after years of hustling, Bruce auditioned for a quirky detective series called Moonlighting. He'd been rejected multiple times, but returned with a shaved head, earrings, and an unstoppable confidence. His wit and improvisation won over producers and America. Moonlighting premiered in 1985 and instantly made him a household name. Behind the charm, though, the pressure was immense. Long hours, creative clashes with co-star Sybil Shepherd, and exhaustion pushed him to the edge. Still, his magnetic mix of sarcasm and sincerity captivated audiences. At the height of the show's success, he surprised everyone by releasing a music album, The Return of Bruno, which sold over 500,000 copies. Bruce was no longer just a TV actor. He was a cultural force, moving between comedy, drama, and music with fearless energy. Die Hard and the making of a legend. Hollywood wasn't sure what to make of Bruce Willis until Die Hard arrived in 1988. When stars like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone turned down the role, Bruce got his shot, earning a then-record $5 million. The gamble paid off. His everyman hero, John McClane, changed action movies forever. He wasn't indestructible. He was human, bruised, bleeding, and relatable. Die Hard grossed over $140 million and made Bruce an international star. Yet it came at a price. An explosion during filming permanently damaged his hearing in one ear, a quiet injury that foreshadowed future struggles. Still, his grounded humor and vulnerability redefined what an action hero could be. From that moment, Bruce became the face of courage under fire, both on screen and off, even as fame began to take its toll. Love, family, and a price for stardom. In 1987, Bruce met Demi Moore, and within months they were married in Las Vegas. Together they became Hollywood's golden couple, raising 3 daughters, Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah, while balancing massive careers. Their love seemed unbreakable, but the pressures of fame, long separations, and endless rumors slowly wore it down. By 2000, after 11 years, they divorced in one of Hollywood's most expensive settlements. Despite heartbreak, they remained close for their children's sake, setting an example of modern family unity. Years later, Demi stood beside Bruce's new wife, Emma, during vow renewals and family holidays. Their unusual friendship became a symbol of grace after love's end. Through it all, Bruce never stopped being a devoted father, a role more precious to him than any box office success. Reinvention. Through risk and art. After Die Hard cemented his fame, Bruce spent the 1990s proving he could do more than shoot guns. His performances in Pulp Fiction, 12 Monkeys, and The Sixth Sense revealed a deeper, more complex artist beneath the tough guy shell. In The Sixth Sense, his quiet portrayal of a haunted psychologist brought audiences to tears and revived his reputation as a serious actor. That film earned nearly $700 million worldwide and became one of his defining roles. Off-screen, however, Bruce battled exhaustion, alcohol struggles, and the emotional weight of fame. He sought therapy, trying to rediscover balance after years of constant work. What set him apart was his willingness to reinvent himself, from action to drama to comedy, always chasing truth rather than comfort. Even when critics doubted him, Bruce kept showing up, relentless and raw. The long descent into silence. As the 2000s passed, Bruce's career shifted. He alternated between major hits like Live Free or Die Hard and smaller straight-to-video projects that puzzled fans. Behind the scenes, something was changing. Lines became harder to memorize. He relied on earpieces during filming, his speech sometimes faltering. By 2022, his family revealed the truth. Bruce had been diagnosed with aphasia, a disorder affecting communication. A year later, doctors confirmed it had advanced to frontotemporal dementia, a rare, incurable brain disease. The revelation shattered Hollywood and his millions of fans. Suddenly, all those wooden performances and short roles made sense. His brain had been quietly fighting a losing battle. Through it all, Emma stayed by his side, calling him her still beautiful man, while his children reminded the world to treat dementia with compassion, not pity. Love that never left. Emma. Hemming Willis, his wife since 2009, became his fiercest protector. Together they share 2 daughters, Mabel and Evelyn, and their blended family, including Demi Moore and the older girls, rallied around Bruce with unwavering loyalty. When his condition worsened, Emma made the painful choice to move him into full-time care. She described it as both a relief and heartbreak, ensuring his safety while grieving the husband she was slowly losing. The family visits him often, sharing music, laughter, and stories. Sometimes Bruce still smiles or laughs at a familiar tune from his old album. Those fleeting moments mean everything. They remind them that even as words fade, love remains. For Emma, Bruce's silence doesn't erase his essence, it deepens it. She often says she now loves him in a new language, one without words. The legacy. Beyond the spotlight. Bruce Willis's journey is no longer just about fame or film. It's about humanity. From a stuttering child to an international icon, from laughter to silence, his story captures both triumph and fragility. His family's openness about his illness has helped destigmatize dementia, turning pain into purpose. Fans across generations now remember not just the explosions or one-liners, but the warmth, humor, and humility behind them. Bruce taught the world that strength isn't about never falling. It's about standing up again and again, even when the fight changes. And though his voice has quieted, the echo of it still lingers. In every yippee-ki-yay, every smirk, every moment he made audiences believe that ordinary men can do extraordinary things. His life, now etched in silence, speaks more loudly than ever. a testament to resilience, love, and grace.